Yes, top of the evening, you know the vibes. You're rocking out with yours truly, Showtime Sizzle. I am the sauce. Um, it is official. December 9th, y'all see who Jahi Tucker is fighting. I am going to interview myself, right? Because let me tell you something about the YTC, right? The YTC is filled with a whole bunch of quote unquote boxing fans. But are you really fans? I don't think so. But so what I'm going to do is we are fighting Francisco Daniel Vernon. I am going to break down some insider things, right? And I'm going to speak from a team member perspective on this, respectfully. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. Don't have any questions about, strategies, because I will not answer those. Fairly, respectable. If you know, you know. But as far as our opponent, some of the things that went into us accepting this fight and, stuff like that, I'm going to get into that. But first, let me pull them up, right? The news by Shanewz. But right now, I got on, this is, the source right now. I'm going to give y'all the source, inside the source. Team Tucker, inside the source. Because unlike, what you guys thought about me, I don't understand, but it is what it is. But let's break down the opponent right now. Pull him up on box, right? Undefeated, two-time Olympian, right? Not an easy fight. Not an easy fight. We're going to get to all of that, right? This is his record. He's a naturally big guy, middleweight. He fights out of middleweight. Takes a lot of smaller fights coming down in weight. He's a Florida guy, right? Argentina, but fighting out of Florida. So this fight is going to be in his backyard. It's also on a, if you are paying attention to what is going on, right? This fight card is a headline by Robesi Ramirez, now defending his 126-pound title, but the co-main is a nemesis, a rival, so to say, of Jahi Tucker's, right? Is that fair to say? Is that a fair assessment? Can y'all hear me? Hold on, let me see. And they trying. I see what's going on. Look, they want to jam my frequency up, because I'm really, in real life, I'm killing the game, man. It is what it is. Take it how you want to take it, right? Take it how you want to take it. Let me make sure I'm back up and running. Give me a second. What is going on? Can y'all hear me? Let's see. Can y'all hear me? Because look, my computer screen just froze. Like, what is really going on? All right. Okay, y'all can hear me. All right. I just wanted to make sure, because the computer screen froze up. When they know I'll be on my real serious. They're trying to jam up my frequency, man. I'm on the desktop and they're still trying to jam up my frequency. But the dude is I'll try one more time. If it starts messing up again, I'm not gonna share the screen, man. I'm just gonna rock and roll, man. Because like I said, to be honest, I'm like really done with trying to gain an audience on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It's like you dudes really don't matter, respectfully. You know? Y'all don't really matter anymore. Because are you guys content creators? Or are you guys boxing fans? I really can't tell. But so we're fighting a 13-0 guy, right? He's out of Florida. He's Spanish. This is a Spanish card. And I want to say this, right? A lot of y'all are probably not catching this because, you know, you're not in the game. But to me, this guy, right, is a tougher opponent than the opponent that we just fought, that they said that we lost to, right? That they said we lost to. He's 13-0, 10 KOs, right? When you look at his box rec. Nothing really stands out, but you know what does stand out? The fact that he is a two-time Olympian. He's also a southpaw, I believe. He's a middleweight. He took the fight. He's coming down in weight, right? But when you look at his opponents, right, nothing really strikes you out. 8-23, 3-1. They got film out there on him. 11-12, 2-18, 1-4, 3-5, right? So you're like, okay, maybe he's a nobody, but no, he's not. Whenever you fight for your country as an Olympian, right? You present, you have world-class international experience, right? World-class international experience. 5'10", he's tall, long, rangy. See, division middleweight, he's going to rehydrate big. Now, you see, I wanted to highlight that for y'all. I wanted to highlight that for y'all. He's going to rehydrate big because he's a naturally bigger guy. He fights at 160, but he agreed. I'm not going to go into all the details of that. You know, you guys find that out on your own now, since, you know, you guys never really want to fuck with me. So now, you know, find out some of these things out on your own. But he's a middleweight, like I'm showing you, but he's taking the fight at a junior middleweight weight. And you say, why would he do that? Because he's confident that he can make the weight and then he's going to do what he does. I bet you he is banking on that. But this fight is also in his backyard. It originally was scheduled to be in New York. But Teofimo, now that everything is out, I can speak on a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that you guys don't have the privilege or knowledge of knowing, other than hearsay, whispers on the internet via Twitter, Instagram, or, you know, things like that, Facebook and shit. So December 9th, normally this fight is in Madison Square Garden, or the Hula Theater, because it's Heisman Trophy week. But Teofimo Lopez is not fighting. Teofimo Lopez was going to fight Jose Ramirez, but he has bigger plans for February. I do not know all of that, or who the plans are, but I know he has bigger plans. Thus, this December 9th fight got shipped down to Florida. Now, I think this is a good thing for guys like Robesi Ramirez, who is a Florida guy and is close to him. So this will be a hometown, somewhat of a hometown title defense for him and his people. Xander Zion, another Florida, Puerto Rican guys on this card. Cole Manning, right? You also have Tiger Johnson. You also have Shushu Carrington. You have the big Polash, that's what I call him, Big Daniel on this as well. Now, our opponent is a Florida guy, Fort Lauderdale, I think it says, right? So Jahi definitely has to be on his P's and Q's. If you see what I posted, and I've been, you know, my main objective this camp number 12, 11 and 1, right? Really camp 13, because we did have a fight that we didn't get to fight last December around this time. But this is really camp 13 for me. But camp 12, right? My main focus is leave no doubts. Take it in blood. Leave no doubt. See, one thing about boxing, everybody doesn't know what they're watching. A lot of times when you play with your food, things happen like they happened in July, right? Clearly, if you watch the fight, you know who really won the fight. A lot of people know. But when you have a target on your back, which Jihad does, for a lot of reasons, jealousy, envy, things of that nature. When you are 17 years old, you have a lot of fake fans. You have a lot of fake people that want to see you fall just cause, 17, you get signed, you're fighting underneath the lights. You have guys, and I'm like, today, I'm not going to hold my tongue back. You have guys like Brian Norman Jr., right? He wanted to be a rival of ours. Let's speak about it. We could speak about it, right? He wanted to be a rival, jealous guy, right? Real talk. Because, like I said, Brian Norman, how many fights? Over 20-something fights. He's just now gracing this type of, arena type shit, right? He's going to fight Quentin Randall. But, Jihad came right out the gates, right onto the scene, right? A lot of people feel some type of way about that, right? And they don't really understand when you fight underneath the bright lights, it's a different, it's levels, man. It's levels. So when they were seeing Jihad doing this at 17 years old, and like I said, you have a lot of fighters that, they didn't do it on this level, but they felt like, yo, I could do it at this level. I could beat him, this, that, and the third. Then they figured, once word travels around, like I said, one thing about Team Tucker, us, we're known. Don't get it twisted. That's why I did my live earlier and I was speaking about social media and real life success. A lot of people on social media are suckers, respectfully. They're not real. They're real on the internet. But if you go around city to city, Houston, Texas, all over, California, Vegas, and you ask guys that's in the game about Jahi Tucker that been in the ring with him, like point of reference, shout out to Coach Silas. You remember his fighter just knocked the dog shit out of the sniper, my guy, Trayvon Marshall. We beat the brakes off of that guy. That knocked him out. He knocked Trayvon Marshall cold out. The other Olympian guy, the older 38-year-old, knocked him cold out. Ask him about Jahi Tucker. He'll tell you, man, Tucker's the truth. This is the type of stuff we do. We march around, right? So this guy that we're fighting right here, we're not looking him over. I think this is a trap fight. If you guys follow what I'm saying by trap, meaning they're trying to trap Jihad and get him knocked off. Because normally, right, and I want y'all to pay attention, I'm giving you insider information. When a fighter loses a fight, you don't put him right back in there with another undefeated guy, an Olympian, right? Two-time Olympian, undefeated guy. And from his record, he's a stoppage guy, right? 13, 10 knockouts. So he may be a puncher. We don't know, but on paper, it looks like he's a puncher. He can crack. He got 10 knockouts, right? Now, you say to yourself, matchmaking-wise, right, as the matchmakers over there, you'd be like, damn, if this guy, just lost, why would you throw him in there with a guy like this? Normally, you give him a touch-up, right? What they say about Tank. Tank is looking for a tune-up, a touch-up, something. You give him something like that to get his confidence back. But no, they threw Jihad right into the fire once again. And like I said, I feel this guy is a lot better than Nicholas. That who we just fought, the one that turned the fight down. And we should have fought him in August, I believe. When did Big Baby and him fight in Tulsa? He declined the fight. That's why we're fighting now in December. Well, we tried to run it back with him, but he declined. He knew he got a gift. And he took that gift and ran with it. We were supposed to get that gift back, but he turned the fight down. And shout out to him. Hopefully he goes on to do other things and, picks up some other paydays, right? He said, that's why this is a get back fight. No, it's a revenge fight, Blunts. It's not a get back fight. It's a revenge fight. It's taken in blood fight. Because July 1st, it was politics as usual. It was the business of boxing. It was, and I'm going to speak on this. It was, they are feeling some type of way because Jahi called out Xander. And who's Xander fighting? Who's Xander fighting? Xander's on this card. Is he fighting somebody? Who's Xander's opponent, man? Who is Xander's opponent, right? You get all of these guys, right? And I'm gonna talk my shit tonight, right? You get all these guys that don't know a goddamn thing about boxing other than talking it on the internet, right? And when they want to speak on Jahi, right? You know the guy that we beat the brakes off of in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Xander sparring partner. What is his name? Nikolai, whatever. He beats the brakes off Xander. That's why they threw him to us, right? I'm gonna say that once again, right? Because a lot of you guys come on this internet all the time and y'all talk boxing, but y'all don't know a fucking thing about boxing. Because unlike myself and others, shout out to my brother and our team and many other people that's in the trenches, you guys aren't nowhere around it. And you report on it, you speak on it, and a lot of y'all was on here talking crazy about Xander this and Xander that with Jahi when they put Xander's, and I was saying his boyfriend. Yeah, they sent his boyfriend, his bodyguard, right? The guy that beats him up, that bullies him in Miami. And we beat the brakes off of him. Beat the brakes off him. Yeah. Y'all seen that. Y'all thought Jahi beat the brakes off of that guy, right? That's the same guy that beats the brakes off of Xander, right? But y'all on social media talking crazy that Xander would end Jahi's career and Jahi better get it together. Like, nah, y'all gonna see something. And I appreciate all of y'all. All of you guys that you naysayers, you fair weather fans, and you guys that that's all what is it called? Thumbnail material. Appreciate all of that, man. That's my job. That's what I do. See, that this is media marketing agent. That's what I do. That's why I'm on YouTube. I'm on YouTube for that. To see the sniff you guys out, to see you fake fraud suckers, that's what I'm out here for. But yeah, so I bet you guys didn't know that Xander gets beat up by that guy, the guy that we beat the brakes off, that we made basically quit. He didn't want to fight no more. He thought he rocked Jahi in the first round, and I was asking Top Rank, right? But they don't want to give me my props, right? They somebody has the footage. Please, whoever has that footage, please send it to me. When I was, yelling and screaming, and my brother said, "Yo, you was coaching, man. You was coaching." Please, they don't want to give me my, it's the game, man. If you know, right? But this is a dangerous opponent. I'm not gonna disrespect this guy by no means. We're fighting in his backyard. Look what Boxer said. He's from Florida, right? So you got to know what you're going into when you're fighting, right? He's from Florida, right? His manager is a Florida guy. So, they might have a little bit of favors on their side. A little bit of favors. But a lot of these guys, if you he has a couple fights on YouTube, you can look him up. He beats on a lot of smaller guys. I don't think like Jahi is going to be, he's going to be able to do some of the things that, if you look at the tape that he's doing to some of these other guys that's on his box rec. Because one thing about Jahi could box, he could move, he could bang. He could bring out that gorilla, that dog, if he has to. But this right here, to me, this fight, this says a lot. It just says a lot of who we are, who the people are that are setting up the fights, right? Because when I look at at some of these other guys on here, what's his name on paper? I didn't really check out his opponent, but I see they gave him it seems like he has a tough fight too. Tiger. You know, Tiger's opponent, let me look. Tiger Johnson. It should be nice and quiet. My kids want trick-or-treating. You know, my wife took them trick-or-treating. I don't really, indulge in that. Yes, Tiger Johnson is fighting a 15-1 guy with 14 knockouts. Should be. I gotta look his opponent up. I gotta look his opponent up. But yeah, we should be, Jahi been getting that work. Hold on, give me a second. We're gonna get something right. Throw this dry. He broke out on us, huh? Yeah. It's just me and you. It's me and you, Jack. That's a beautiful thing, though, right? Yes, it's just me and Daph. I'm back, y'all. Back on deck. But I want to look at what's the name's opponent too, real quick, while I'm on here on Box Threat. Tiger Johnson. Shout out to Tiger and his team. I think, damn, how many fights have we fought on the same card with Tiger now? Tulsa, right? We've been on a couple cards with Tiger, man. And that's the cool thing. Like when you fight on, what up, Carlos? When you fight on cards with other fight teams and shit, you get to know the coaches and the different people, man. I know we fought on a couple cards. Shout out to Tiger and the Cleveland crew, man. Good people, man. I like them, man. My guy Renard, Coach Saffer. Hopefully I said that right, man. Coach Saffer's an OG, 70-something years old. Still moving around, young, vibrant, man. Let me look up Tiger's opponent, right? Let me punch him in real quick. Because on paper, right, when you look at these guys' record on paper, you like, damn, they're giving him a 15. And Tiger just came off a tough fight. Jaime, hopefully I said that right. I'm trying to get my Spanish on. It's not Jimmer, right? They pronounce it Heimer, right? Because it's Spanish, Espinosa. So it will be Heimer. I didn't want to say Jimmer. It's Heimer, right? Look, they got us on a Spanish card, bro. These boys got to be on their job. They got to be on their P's and Q's, man. ESP. NOSA. They gotta be on their P's. Because they giving these boys some guys with some records, man. Let me see. Mexico City, is that him? This gotta be him, right? Let me see. I guess this is him. It gotta be, man. They got it different in here. Let me see. Let me see if this is him. Hopefully this is him. He's a current fighter, right? I gotta be him, man. Bear with me, man. We got time tonight. We at the desk. It's Halloween. After I wrap this up, I'm gonna get me a nice hot coffee, right? Get a little bit more reading on. Why is box rec be taking forever, man? They gave us a Southpaw, two-time Olympian. I'm telling you, watch how big dude come in. But I think we gonna be all right, man. Because I haven't, well, sparring wise I seen it, but fight wise, Nikolai Skavecki, if I said his name right, that was probably the biggest dude, bro. He damn near was he was a super middleweight. He might even been a light heavyweight fight night, man. Dude was big. And I think, didn't he fight in the Olympics that high? Because he was huge, man. He was huge. Look, box rec is bullshitting, man. Box rec is bullshitting, right? They know I'm giving y'all some real good sauce tonight, right? I just broke down some of the. Yeah, this is him right here. Okay. All right, let me look him over. 15. Oh man, 14 knockouts. I gotta look though. I gotta look at these knockouts, man. Yeah, he's fighting Tiger. Okay. 14-4. Now, see, this is what you want to look at too, right? When you're looking at, you see a lot of his fights. Where a lot of his fights at? Mexico. He lost a split decision to this guy, 7-2. So this is a fight that I might want to watch if I was Tiger and them people, right? But you see a lot of his fights is in Mexico. A lot of them are right here too. And what is that? Kaplan. A lot of fights there. So that tells me a little something too. Look, Nakapla. He fights heavy in Nakapla. Y'all seeing it? Look, he just came off a fight in Nakapla. So Tiger might be all right, but you still want to do your research on the opponent. You still want to do your research on the opponent because he's 15-1, 14 knockouts. So he's another guy that's stopping pretty much everything. You know, you don't want to get caught sleeping. Because I think this is one of those cards, man. Like they're trying to catch the brothers sleeping. Because even Shushu was fighting a guy that they said fought for a title. You know, Shushu was fighting a guy that fought for a title. So you want to be mindful of these things, man. You know, you definitely want to be mindful of these things. Like I said, Jihad has been looking good. I just think that, you know, I don't want to sound overconfident and all that, but I just think Jihad, you know what my motto is for this camp: take it in blood, leave no doubt, man. I just want him to have that chip on his shoulder, you know, from them taking his O, you know, because he's no longer a undefeated fighter. He has that one loss, and I don't think he wants to feel that again, right? So use that, man. You know, that's what I would say to him. Use that as motivation. You know, let me see what this guy's talking about. What are you talking about? Get out. Yeah, some of these people, they comment on some of the oldest videos, right? Where you been at, buddy? Where you been at? He said AB's cheating in push-ups. He's cheating himself on full upper body workout. But is right. Hey, what? Hey, what? Yeah. Appreciate that, Samad. Let me pin that comment. Appreciate that. But yeah, man. So Tiger's opponent, 15-1. A lot of fights in the Napocan, Mexico. But you don't want to sleep on these guys. This is, like I said, this card is a sleeper card, especially for the brothers, man. All the brothers be on point, man, because we're fighting on a Latino card. This is a Latino card. It is what it is, man. Call a spade, goddamn it. This is a Latino card. Unfortunately, our brother Keyshawn is no longer on the card, and he's not headlining or co-maining. So now it is a Latino card. And the brothers, they throwing the brothers out there. You know, Jahi's opponent is undefeated. 13-0, 10 KOs. Tiger's opponent is 15-1, 14 knockouts. Shushu's opponent. Let me see what Shushu's opponent record is, man. Let me look. What'd he say? Shushu's opponent is 16-4. Okay. But he fought Oscar Valdez in 2019, they're saying. So we're in 2023. So he's 4 years removed from fighting Oscar Valdez. They might have gave Shushu a touch. You know, that's 4 years ago. Damn, Shushu had 5. This is going to be his 5th fight. Man, they kept Shushu busy this year. 5 fights. He's attempting to go 5-0. You know, 5-0. That is not bad at all. You know? And this is a 10-rounder for Shushu. This is fight number 10. And he's going into a 10-rounder. So they're upping Shushu up a little bit, man. That's all right. That's all right, man. Salute to Shu. Brownsville. Never ran, never will. Appreciate that like. Thank you. Thank you so much. You know. You know, those likes go a long way, right? Appreciate that, man. See, I'm not gonna come in here and scream on y'all to get my likes up. You know, get my likes up. Nah, we don't do that. We don't do that. But Shushu's opponent fought Oscar Valdez in 2019. So that's 4 years removed. First 10 rounder for Shushu. So now if Shushu knocks him off, that's a good name on his resume because Oscar Valdez is a former champion. So I can see the play right there. You know, salute to Shu. And I'm just keeping my fingers crossed. You know, December is a tricky month for us up here. As long as we have, but it's the start of December. But sometimes it snows in November. It snows at the end of November. As long as we don't get no snow, I should be great. You know, I should have no restrictions, right? No restrictions, right? Whatsoever. I should be in Florida, enjoying the sunshine. You know, because ain't no wildflowers down there, right? Man, Ohio, listen, every one of my flights to Detroit had got canceled. Thank God for my nephew and my daughter. Hold on. Music, what's going on? What's happening, baby? sorry for that. Sorry for that mute. You know, I had to tend to some business, man. But yeah, hopefully my breakdown was good. Hey, what's going on? Ain't nothing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. I hear you. I hear you.
All right, y'all, I'm back. My bad. These phone calls is coming in, man. I'm trying to, blog. I think I might have to shut it down, man. But yeah, December 9th, Revenge, Taken in Blood. Jahi Tucker stepping, man. Leave no doubt. That is my, for this fight camp, for this fight. Leave no doubt. Take it in blood, man. You can't leave it in the judge's hands, man. If we're gonna leave it in their hands, it's gonna be bloody hands. You know what I'm saying? Leave no doubt. No more playing with your food, right? But salute to everybody that stopped through, Carlos Blunts. I think I'll probably do more of these, even though I think I did. I covered a lot, man, before my phone and I had to talk. But I think I covered, the basis, man, of who we're fighting. Pretty much what I think he thinks is going to happen. Like I said, he's a bigger guy, so I'm pretty sure he's going to make the agreed upon contract to wait and then fill out, like fighters do. But I think that's what he's banking on, that he's going to fill out and be, pretty much stronger than Jihad. And, he'll find out, he'll find out December 9th. But yeah, smash the like button for those of y'all that's going to play this. December 9th, man. The return of the slime. Fight card is pretty decent, too. I was looking at that, man. Shushu Carrington's fighting a former Oscar Valdez opponent. Tiger Johnson's on there. Robesi Ramirez pretty much getting a hometown defense of his title. So probably Larry Wade and the guys will be in town, Like I said, I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that we get no snow. We want no snow. Man, shout out to my guy. I'm reading the text, man. My guy Evans is all over. It's all over. He was on the Boxing Voice. But unfortunately, they didn't post his you know how that goes, right? They fuck with Bill Haney. Right? They in bed with Haney. You know how that goes, man. Let me tell Coach that. They in bed with Bill, bro. They ain't gonna. Come on, Coach, you know that. They like a lot of these YouTube media content creator guys. Like these dudes, man. I don't know, man. Thank you for blessing me. Where I didn't have to go that route. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to be one of these guys that do some of these things. I was able to move and groove at my own chord. Move and groove at my own pace. Do some of the things that I want to do, that I bring to the table. But hey, what do I know? Like I said, man, salute to everybody. Be safe out there. If you are celebrating, Devil's Night, that's what I like to call it, Devil's Night, Halloween, and all of that. Yeah, it's not the same though. I know, when I was coming home, right, I was like, the kids don't even trick or treat like that. And I used to see, do they even do the egging and the shaving cream and all that? I know that was big when I was growing up, man. Do they still do all that? I don't. And I live right by the high school too. I'm right there. The school is right there. I don't get that though. But hey, what do I know, man? Salute to everybody, man. Stay safe. Keep grinding. You know the vibes. The news by Shanewz. But hey, what do I know? I holla.